This is the Dogon Podcast. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We're going to kind of shoot from the hip today. We do have a bunch of great episodes coming up. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about those next ones that we're going to be doing here coming soon. So I don't even know what episode this is. Probably close to episode 70, 68, something like that.
Yeah, I think it is 70. We've been going on for about 3-ish months, maybe 4 now.
Yeah, we might be getting close to 4 months, but yeah, it was kind of surprising. Recently, I realized that it really had only been like 3 months, and that was just wild to me.
Yeah,
but
it felt like a long time.
Yeah, it's something that we chose a content marketing strategy for Dogon Packs and the Dogon Podcast from day one, and that's really, we're trying to stay committed to not spending money on advertising too much yet. We've done a few little things, but content marketing is something that takes time to start, but it really starts to kind of compound over time, and the longer you do it, the more impact each video has.
Yeah, so I mean, it's very important to actually get out advertisements of your product, but it's just a lot of money, and you don't actually know if anybody's going to buy your product because of it.
Yeah, a lot of times you can pay for a campaign, and some people be like, we had $100,000 in sales this week, but they spent $100,000 in advertisement.
So it's like, damn.
Yeah, is that really winning?
Didn't actually make anything.
Yeah, and we understand customer acquisition cost, and sometimes that's how it works.
And
but
still, that would be a net positive. In that case, but. Yeah. Either way, I don't know.
No, yeah, I mean, because it really would, right now, we are getting some good traction with retail and with, what we're doing online, and it's not something that we look at as like, oh, we're achieving or not achieving. It's like we have to stick to our plan of content marketing, putting out, one of the biggest things, which, we're still working on dialing in is consistency.
Right.
And, and that's what a lot of these upcoming episodes are about. We got about a month worth planned of what we're going to do and what we're going to talk about, right. and it's really just a bunch of stuff that's going on with us, and what we can do to try to accelerate the growth of Dogon Packs.
Right.
So and we got a bunch of other episodes in there about what's going on in the news and different stuff like that as well. So there's been a lot of craziness. I still can't believe that recent school shooting. That's just terrible.
When?
You didn't hear about that? It was like a few days ago. It was, 4 people were killed. And now the dad's getting charged. It was in Georgia, I think. The dad's getting charged with,
Because he let him get his gun or whatever?
Yeah, and, normally that's something that's hard to hold somebody else accountable for somebody's actions.
I mean, it definitely is, but like I don't know the situation.
Yeah, in this situation, it seems weird. Okay, it's like either law enforcement or the FBI came to the parents and said you can't have any guns around your kids or around your kid. There's concerns with there was some type of acknowledgement made to the parents weeks before this,
because he was acting out or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure the specifics on it. I haven't really looked into it too much. I was just kind of I was browsing through. I ended up on a weekend retreat for 2 days, so I kind of lost 2 days. I'm still trying to get back to it's Monday, and but this morning I sent out some of our sample packs for some of our online warriors, so you guys should be getting yours in the mail soon. I think they said Wednesday, when I was there this morning, but
right.
But just wanted to make sure that I got those out. But so there was the FBI or police or somebody said hey, don't allow this kid to have a gun or something like that. And then his dad either purchased the gun for him or purchased it and then he had access for. I don't know. It sounds a little wild.
That is strange.
Yeah. So I'm probably going to look into it. It might be one of the ones that we cover, because I bet people are going to be talking about it for a minute.
Probably.
We're already seeing politicians just jumping on it like it's a opportunity, and it's just
I didn't
weird.
Even hear about it yet, so
yeah. Well, that's good that media isn't just drowning people in just absolute sorrow, but there's really a lot coming up with Dogon. I've been down the rabbit hole of product development with our next product that we're going to be putting out. I think we've said it enough already, so it's safe to to talk about. But
wait, which one?
The T.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, that is Pretty sure that's the next one.
Yeah, we want to give you the best doggone tea bag you've ever had. I mean, and we mean that from the heart. Right, so, hopefully you guys will see that. That should be a bit of a shocking slogan that's going to get the attention of people when they do see it. So that should be fun. And we're looking at a organic green tea energy type.
I'm still hoping we can do the little messages on the little whatchamacallit.
Yeah, that's important to me because I do want them to be like positive messages, but I think it'd be awesome every once in a while to have one in there like "fuck you."
Yeah. It'd be funny.
I just think that'd be wild.
I love it.
Like we have motivational ones, and then we have like sometimes Sirius took control and put his own little messages in there. He's a little bit of a mischief maker, yeah. But yeah, I've thought about creating a Sirius Facebook account and a call him like Sirius the Dogon alien dog or something. I don't know, but and having him respond to all of our comments and stuff from now on. I think that'd be funny.
That would be cool.
Like somebody on YouTube's like, "You guys are an idiot," and be like, Sirius comes back with, "You're an idiot," and it's not us, We kind of let Sirius do what he wants.
Let him take over.
But yeah, so the tea is going to be exciting. It looks like I got it narrowed down to like 2 or 3 types. I would like to do 3 at once if I can.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to talk to them about, it sounds like I can get the packaging, if you guys don't know, some or most, well, I think I can say all manufacturers have minimum order quantities that they impose, so that if they're going to make a mixture for you and make something for you, and it's going to tie up their factory and their production line, that you have to order a certain amount.
It just has to be worth it, basically.
Yeah, for them. And but it sounds like I might be able to get that MOQ on each individual amount lowered if all the packaging is the same logo type design. Like, it doesn't have to be all the same information, but if it's all the same basic design, then they can just put it on all of them, and we don't have to do 10,000 bags of each one. So if that works out, then we'll definitely have 3, but if not, we'll probably start with 1 or 2. It really depends how that negotiation goes, and that's one thing to know too. If you're looking at starting your own product and you're looking at putting something out, working with a manufacturer, everything is negotiable.
Right.
Everything. I mean, all you have to do is ask. You have to talk to them about it. You got to bring it up. You got to be willing to push past the no's and the we can't do that and that's not normal, and really just try to lay out the terms that you want. But at the same time, be respectful to them, because you want to be on good terms with your manufacturer. You want to be on good terms with your distributors, with your fulfillment. I mean, you don't want to be the guy that nobody wants to work with. So you have to really make sure that you negotiate in a way that is still respectful, and that's worked out really well so far. I mean, it sounds like we might be able to get this deal on the tea bags getting made up, and the big thing that I'm pushing for is I want it to be 100% certified USDA organic. That's like a big deal for me. So I've been really looking at the different blends that they have available with that, and trying to make some really cool ones.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for the tea for sure. I know that a lot of people are definitely going to want to try it out.
Yeah.
I know we're going to look at coffee afterwards as well.
Yes. Yeah, coffee is we're looking at 2 different types of coffee too. And I don't know if you hear it, but there's like a little bit of buzz when we talk. Like, I thought it was just me, but when you talk, there's a buzz too.
Hello?
Maybe it's just my headphones, but
it could just be the headphones, but I'm not sure.
But man, now I forgot what I was going to say.
Coffee?
Oh yes, there's 2 different types of coffee that we're looking at. We're looking at a instant coffee with like an 8 different mushroom blend in there.
Yeah.
Where it's just, you put it in a cup, hot water, boom, boom, bang, your coffee's done. A lot of people like those. Real coffee drinkers usually don't. Yeah. I've met some coffee drinkers who really like, instant coffee if it's good.
It's more about, for the mushroom aspect, sometimes it'll taste a little different than regular coffee, so people are kind of turned off of it, but it's more about like the benefit of just getting all of that at once, I feel like.
Absolutely. And I was looking at doing a mushroom blend that is with normal coffee grounds, but I'm just curious what that would do. I mean, going through somebody's coffee maker, it seems like they have that figured out, but and what would that do to the properties of those mushrooms? Does it damage some of it?
Is it going to get all of the good mushroom stuff out of it? I don't know.
Yeah, neither do I. So I, got to figure that out, have to look through that. But then we're also looking at some other coffee blends and whole beans, and there's really a lot of options out there. The thing with coffee is you're usually buying, 5 to 10,000 of them.
Yeah.
So at a base price or a wholesale price, before packaging, before all of that, you're spending $15,000 to get your first run of that coffee.
Yeah. Which
is fine. It's just you have to really make sure that that's what you want. Everything's set up. That's it tastes good.
It's a lot of money.
So it's something that we're building towards, and I think it'll be tea, well pack, more tea. Maybe a tea infuser, hydrogen water bottle. We've got a lot of things that we're trying to map out of what we're going to jump to and from next. Like boom, boom, boom. That's important, of course, to to make sure that we go the right direction. We don't put ourselves in a spot where we can't keep up with inventory.
Yeah, we have to be able to keep up with everything, and
yeah,
I don't know, falling behind is not good.
Yeah, and again, that's what a lot of these episodes are going to be about. Like, it just talks about in general, the different aspects, like meeting people where they're at, understanding where people are, that when you're doing business with anybody, a distributor, manufacturer, whatever, and kind of meeting them where they're at, and then some of them are like, breaking the cycles of your habits in your life and what you spend your time on, what you focus on, and what you do in the in-between time. Because a lot of people, they try to focus on, well, I have this, big chunk of this that I have to do, and then I have to do this, and then I have to do that. And it's like, man, this ended up taking all day, and they don't pay attention to in between that time of, coming from, or like for me, a lot of times when I'm done working for the day, I'll end up sitting on my computer for like an hour or two doing other stuff that's not important, instead of like getting to what I need to do. And it's like, I have to be better at that in-between time, shifting from work to my personal business work.
Yeah.
And being like, how do I make sure that space and time in between? And it's hard just because, especially guys, when you're done working, you need like a decompression time. Well, you tell yourself you do, society tells yourself you do. And I mean, I used to tell myself that too all the time. And just recently I've been like, no, I don't. Like, I don't need to decompress. I need to refocus on what I'm doing. I don't need that beer. I've been able to not drink for a while now. And
I've been clean of alcohol at least for a minute.
Yeah. And it's not like I was bad with alcohol.
Yeah, it wasn't a problem. It's just not something you should really do.
Yeah, each day I'd come home and just crack a beer when I was done with work,
Yeah.
But yeah, so we have quite a bit of interesting episodes coming up. I don't want to talk about all of them, but just like how to learn stuff from people, how to focus on what you should be learning, what you should be doing, and how to actually apply that information. Because it's like, you can have the best info in the world, but it's better if you read like one chapter of a book and apply everything in it than read the whole book and apply nothing. So
because you can't remember it all.
Yeah, exactly. So it's something that we're going to talk about a lot more, just little aspects, and there's going to be a lot of cool facts in there too from people who are way smarter than me. And it's really, like, for example, and during this research I didn't realize this, but your circadian rhythm is your natural wake and sleep cycle in your body. Okay. And it's something that dictates whether you're awake or tired, whether you feel awake, whether you feel sleepy or energized. And if you don't wake up within, some studies were like 7 minutes. If you don't wake up within 7 minutes at the same time every day, your circadian rhythm is like messed up. Like, you have to set like a wake up time, and you have to set like a sleep time as well, or else you won't be able to have that. And if you nap during the day, it can mess up your rhythm extremely, and mess up when your body releases melatonin. And you could be doxing yourself all day, just being tired because your circadian rhythms off. Same with like lighting, different types of lighting and blue screen before you go to bed, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that definitely affects it for sure.
And it's wild. There was a lot of, I thought like blue screen exposure or blue light exposure was like scientifically proven, but it's really kind of in the middle right now still. It's not, and those glasses that help block blue light or whatever, those are like, apparently no scientific studies prove that actually works. So
yeah, well, I mean, I feel like they're just like, oh, I can't see the blue light anymore.
Yeah, it works. Yeah, but I think there's more of an effect. That led me down into like red light therapy, a whole bunch of crazy stuff. Which red light therapy blows my mind. Like red light goes deeper into your body and tissue than other light waves or spectrums. Yeah, and so it stimulates your cells, even though it's just like a light. Yeah, it's weird, but so yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff coming up, and that we're going to talk about and really give some practical advice on how to apply those things to your life, so that if you're struggling with it, it's not something that you have to like continue to struggle with. It's something that with slight changes you can really turn around. Same with with me thinking, I need to do these 9 million things. I'm going to map it all out. I constantly will get caught in planning or overanalyzing and paralyzing, and I really need to step back from that. And that never used to be a problem of mine. I was always like act first, plan later. But with some mistakes that happen or some issues that come up, you find that hey, sometimes it's better to put a little plan in there. So
100%.
So there's if there's anything that you guys want us to talk about, any subjects that you guys are interested in about what we've done so far with Dogon Packs, what we've done with the podcast, let us know. I'd love to
break it down.
Yeah, go into some detail about each part of the process, and even any mental stuff. If there's something that you're struggling, you want to start your own business, but you're like, I can't because of this, whatever it is, even if it seems off the wall or weird, let us know. And I'm sure we've either dealt with it, thought about it, been through it multiple times, or it's really crazy. But this road kind of takes you through a lot of personal growth and personal exposure. A recent article I wrote, we're just thankful for all the growth. Well, we're thankful for all the sales. And I crossed them both out. And I was like, no, we're thankful for the personal growth, because it's been exposing and eye-opening to a lot of aspects of my life personally.
100%.
And it's really been cool.
I think I've learned more about myself in like the past few months than I have like my whole life almost.
Right. And that's probably the most important thing. Yeah. Because the more self-awareness you have, the more recognition of what you want, what you're doing, getting you what you have. Like it really does kind of wake you up to certain basic aspects where you're like, oh, okay. Yeah. But how's everything else going in your world?
It's been going all right. I'm just grinding away. We're a little short on a couple of things, so I'm just trying to get up there and fucking get it.
Yep. I'm living on the edge myself. I kind of have my next like couple days planned, and then that's like all I got. I'll be gone for a little bit.
It's just difficult sometimes.
It is. At the same time, I don't feel the stress that I used to feel with everything, with the business.
No, I mean,
I've kind of stepped that aside. Like it'll be what it's going to be.
We've been in such a state of stress for like a pretty long amount of time, so it's just like normal.
Yeah, it's a broken horse now.
It's just like we're always living on the fucking edge, so it's just like whatever now.
Yeah, and I forgot how freeing that feeling can be when you're just kind of like, even when you're upset or depressed, but you're sitting there and you're like, yeah, whatever. Like, I don't have time to
get up and fucking go to work.
I don't have the energy to even think about how annoying that is.
Because if you don't get up, like, you're not gonna be able to pay for your fucking rent. You're gonna be. It's gonna be really bad.
Yeah. I wasn't even gonna get my hair cut, but I was like, I didn't realize I still had this on this card. It was on a Credit Karma card, and I was like, oh, boom. I gotta get it, because my hair was so long. If I would have done this episode, you guys wouldn't have been able to tell Tristan or I apart. Yeah. It wasn't that bad, but I don't mean bad. It wasn't that long.
No, I get it.
But yeah, it was. The problem with my hair is it has like this. No offense to anybody, it has like this lesbian helmet technique that it just molds into itself. And the longer I go in the day with heat and moisture in there, it's like, and it's like this massive. And then I always have like this weird one sticking up in the middle or something. It's just like, so I just couldn't do it anymore. It was taking me 40 minutes in the morning just to try to get my hair to lay flat, you know, wearing a hat, doing that. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. So, my hair is extremely thin. It likes to go whatever direction it wants to sometimes, but usually I can keep it in the right place.
You know, when I was younger, people would cut my hair and they'd be like, oh, geez, you got thick hair. Oh, this is crazy. And I thought that would go away as I got older, but every time I get my hair cut, they're always like, oh my gosh, you're going to dull my shears. And a lot of times when they say that, they'll be like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I'm going to dull your shears. And they're like, how'd you know? And I'm like, because everybody says that.
They said it every time.
Every time. Like, put oil on them. I don't know how they work. Yeah. You know, like all you guys talk about how expensive your shears are and all, how, you know, but the lady that cuts my hair now, she just, you know, she kind of goes right into talking about her cats.
Yeah.
Talking about her, you know, she's got these alien cats, dude. She was so pumped when I dropped off samples for the whole place up there. I gave her little stickers of Sirius, and right away she's like, oh, cat, like, because she has like these hairless cats that are like, they are aliens.
I know, I've seen them. They're pretty crazy.
And she has alien clothing that she puts on them and stuff. Like the videos on TikTok are hilarious, but that stuff is funny. I would love to have a couple hairless cats. I think it'd be funny.
I think Sirius might get upset.
Yeah, for sure. But I think if I got a couple hairless cats, I'd get like fake cat furs and put them on them. Yeah. and people would be like, that's ridiculous. Like, and then like hang them up.
It's like a toupee for the cat.
It'd be so funny. Like, you know, you could have like different color ones. Like that might even be a whole market, you know.
Or they just have hair on the top of their head instead of anywhere else. Yeah.
It looks like they got hair on their chin. Like they got like a little chin beard or something. But it's been fun going through this process, and it's been something that I've had to put a lot of time and reflection in of what needs to be done and what needs to go where and when and how, and if that's all going to work. You know, there's just so many different aspects that it's really made me look at other aspects of my life differently as well, and try to dial in certain things that I didn't notice that I was loose on. Yeah. And, you know, it's like, well, if I know where every penny is all the time, then things go smoother, they go easier, you know. But I did have to switch a few of our subscription things over, but that should be taken care of. It should be good for at least a month. But yeah, and I'll be in Washington for 7 days. I'm nervous about leaving the pups. I'm probably gonna be calling you, waking you up in the morning to let them out, because I don't know,
they're animals.
Yeah, like they usually got to go out at like, I usually let them out at like 7, then let them out at 10. Then, you know, it's like
I'll do whatever,
you know, but yeah, hopefully I won't bug you too much where you're like, you know, but I kind of want to leave my old phone and make it to where I can have like a meeting, and I can just
still talk to them.
So I can log on to that meeting like I do with work.
There's definitely some way to set that up.
Yeah. I've been playing with a few things, but yeah, even if you just go in there and just like turn on the meeting on that phone, and I'll have the tripod sitting there. Yeah, it'd be so cool. See him, and it'd be fun. But yeah, they're crazy. Jack's 18, and you know, he's been sick for the last couple of days, so I'm just giving him oregano oil. But we're on a walk, and this dog, like, no matter what, like, he'll find some in the grass and be like, and just eat. Like the other day, he ate some like old looking food thing. I barely pulled it out of his mouth, pulled the tinfoil off of it. That somebody like let
food crazy.
Dude, it's nuts.
Everything. It doesn't even have to be food worthy.
Yeah, I mean, if you put like a drop of burger fat on like glass, he would eat it like instantly, cut his throat, and still be looking for more.
Yep.
It's so crazy how and I really think that's, you know, at this point, I think Fresh Pet's keeping him alive.
I mean, he loves it. Whenever you pull it out, he goes crazy.
He has more energy and excitement when he thinks he's getting Fresh Pet than like anything. He can be, and it was like that. There was one time where he, you know, ate something and it like made him super sick, where he was like in and out of consciousness almost. I took him to the vet, and the vet's like, yeah, you're gonna have to wait till it works through his system, and then giving him that, you know, like, man, I forgot what I was saying.
He's being crazy.
Oh yeah, and then he was just like in and out of consciousness, kind of all messed up, and it was just impossible to get him to go outside, to get him to stand up. Like the vet said, if he moves around, it'll go through his system quicker. And he just wouldn't. But I got some beef jerky, and this guy, I mean, he couldn't even stand, couldn't even see, and he's like trying to get up, trying to get to the beef jerky, and I was like, geez, oh, Pete. Or if I, and then I found out too with that if I grab my keys and pick him up, man, he wakes right up from no matter what's wrong with him. He just, if he thinks he's going on a car ride or if he thinks he's getting beef jerky, he's pumped.
That's funny.
Yeah.
My cat fucking hates car rides. I feel like it's like her worst fear.
I used to take my dogs in the car all the time to the river or to the trail. So like every morning I'd get up and just pop them in the car, and we'd up in the middle of nowhere. I never had them on leashes ever. Yeah. You know, they were just running around, and they were really good. And they were small dogs, but I also had big dogs that I would take with me. And the big dogs, you know, I mean, they were like the protectors of the little dogs. They would just be roaming around, and if something came, they would, you know, they'd go after it. But so that's why they're so crazy about car rides. They're just well, Jack's loved car rides since he was a puppy, dude. He just, I don't know what it is, but I think it's because he thinks he's getting food, though. So, like, I ultimately think it comes down to food, because he thinks we're going somewhere where there's a window where it smells like food.
It's gotta be food.
Or there's Alex left food in a bag in the back of his car somewhere. Because as soon as he's into the car, he's searching. Like,
there's potential for food.
Yeah, and if there's anything that he thinks he'll eat a ketchup packet, like the whole thing. You know, like he's just crazy. I've never had a dog that motivated for food. You know, you couldn't get him not to eat something in front of him. Yeah. Like people say, oh, you can train a dog to like sit there and wait. Not Jack.
He will not wait for
not Jack. I've tried trust me, shock collars, everything. I've tried every form of and he will take the shock to get the food. Even if I continue to shock him, he'll sit there and growl and eat. Doesn't care. But yeah, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed the journey so far. Dogon Tea is coming. We're getting excited about that. There's going to be a lot of really exciting episodes coming up. We're probably going to do one for the debate coming up tomorrow or on Tuesday. I don't know when we'll necessarily get this out, but it's going to be out on Tuesday. That should be interesting.
Yeah.
There's a couple other news stories. Elon Musk might be doing a rally with Trump.
Interesting.
He also might be taking a position in Trump's cabinet to audit the government agencies and make sure they're spending money correctly.
Interesting.
I think that would be wild.
It'd be pretty cool.
Because that's one thing that people don't realize. Like, you know, they say, well, why can't we elect this person or this person take care of the budget? A lot of these politicians are not used to managing budgets of hundreds of millions and billions of dollars.
Yeah, this guy is.
Yeah. Elon Musk would be like, nope, gone. Nope, don't need that. Nope. Like, it would just be, that would be so exciting to see something like that happen. And I mean, there's just so many people getting involved on that side of the camp where it's like a Marvel dream team of, I mean, you got RFK, you got Tulsi Gabbard, you got all these people who are not Republicans at all, who are like, yeah, you know, we want to work with Trump. It's just, I find that interesting.
I feel like they're more scared of the other side now.
Oh yeah, well, Kamala Harris, even Mark Zuckerberg is coming out for Trump.
Yeah, like
because Kamala Harris is like, we need to hold these social medias accountable. They are a megaphone out to the populace, and they need to be controlled. And it's like, it's not like Facebook is putting out a message being like, hey guys, it's people with free speech.
It's people
are putting posts up.
And I mean, if you just want to shut down free speech, I mean, I don't think anybody's going to make you president.
Yeah, I think that's really coming to the forefront. People are just not happy with the assault on free speech, and you can't just. And she's really just talking about X or Twitter. You know, that's really the platform that she's talking about. But at the same time, it's like, you can't do that. People like parody videos. You know how hard it'll be to get comedy videos put out, like any type of real skit.
Yeah.
If it's because they'll be like, no, it's false information. And it's like, no, it's like there's parody out there and there's reality. And if some people can't tell the difference, well, then, you know, that's a scary thing. Yeah, that's a scary thing in itself. Like, you need to learn how to research in life in general. You know, do you read the back of, you know, Tylenol bottles, or do you just take 7 of them? Like,
take 82 until it stops hurting.
So you take the whole thing? Like, I mean, I don't know. You know, you have to take time to read. You have to take time to look into the fundamental aspects of any story or anything that's going on. And if you want to just talk about it and comment on what you've seen in the news, that's fine. There's no, you know, I'm not saying you have to be some type of expert who goes into every topic. You can talk about what other news agencies and what other articles and people are saying, but you got to make sure that you separate it from, hey guys, this is the truth, or this is what's happening, from this is what I heard, this is what I saw. You can share personal experiences and not have to worry about being fact checked, because if you had a personal experience about an article or about a video that talks about something, it's good to talk about that. And if people are saying, oh, that, where's your source? What's this? It's like, that's not what that conversation is about.
Yeah.
So
it doesn't matter.
So it shouldn't be too stressful. We should keep it pretty calm when we're talking about the different, political aspects of the debate. Hopefully there's going to be fire. I just think that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how it goes. I mean,
I know.
Who is it? Who is it? Kamala and
Trump?
It's just weird that she's going to be like in an interview at all.
I know, right? That's awesome. We'll see you guys in the next one for sure.
See you.